I recently did an audio video called The Great Lock In. It is incongruent to this challenge that was going around social media. And because of that, my thoughts and my intentions have expanded around that whole concept. It made me think about one of the first coaches I worked with when I brought my coaching and consulting business online. So prior to me becoming visible in the online space, I owned a brick and mortar service based business for about a decade. And before I transitioned fully into coaching and consulting, I opened my coaching and consulting business, helping people locally and within my state with their business. It was like this natural thing that was happening. People were just coming to me for help in their business. I didn't even know I was coaching and consulting. Okay. At some point, as we see now, I brought my consulting business online. And as I said before, I worked with a coach who gave us a challenge. And the challenge was to do 30 videos over a 30-day process. And I did that. That was my first introduction to video in the online space. So I would shoot the videos and record them and upload them. I still believe I have access to those videos. Anyway, with the great lock in, the central core thing is around, I don't know if it's 90 days or 100 days. I'm not exactly sure. I've heard different things. But I also talked about like my 90-day stint. You can go back and find that video. I decided because I thought about that 30 days, I said, huh, for 100 days, I'm going to upload an audio video every day for these last 100 days of the year. Now, if you're listening to this, it's because I recorded it before the 100 days started. So I'm also contemplating possibly having some type of community for people who also want to, really lock in for the last 100 days and have some type of proximity, accountability, coaching attached to that. I'm not sure about that yet. So, but what I will say is that I am doing the 100-day videos for each day for the last 100 days of the year. And so today, I wanted to kind of talk about, what I would be doing and then also start one of those videos. So I want to start this first video for the first 100 days about working with clients who are ahead of you. And I'm sharing this because of my own personal experience and some of the challenges that I've seen my clients go through in their business when it comes to servicing people they feel are ahead of them. Now, I want to give you an example. So, you may hire a lawn care service who is a multi-million dollar business. You don't necessarily know that. You just know that they're really good at what they do and they came highly referred. But your business may not be earning multiple millions of dollars. Is that making sense? So you are still working with someone who is, ahead of you, if you would. Now, the thing about this is you have a gift, a skill, a talent that is absolutely exceptional. And people of different income brackets can find value in your service. Here's a more personal example. So, maybe about 5 years ago, I worked with my first seven-figure earner who was earning more money than me. Now, when you realize that this is transpiring and it's new for you, the tendency to question yourself is there. Well, what do I have that they would need? Why would they hire me? It's your expertise, it's your excellence, it's your value. And as soon as you make this shift mentally about the value that you provide, you can begin serving people who are ahead of you. you can begin really charging the value of your services and embodying your expertise. This is something I want you to think about. Has this been a limiting belief of yours where you felt that you had nothing to offer someone who possibly was ahead of you in business? When you begin to shift your identity, you will begin to see how those scenarios begin to change for you. You will actually begin attracting larger opportunities, people who really want to work with you because you specialize in something, who may be ahead of you in their earning or in something else that they do. And this is because they are good at something and you're good at something, but what you're good at is what they need. So as we tap into this 100 days, I haven't even decided what to call it as I'm recording this. Maybe by our next one, or by the time I make a title for this, I will have a name for this 100 days. But as we tap into this 100 days, I want you to think about identity as a huge part of your next level. I have two opportunities centrally based on identity shifting because as I began working with clients on their business, I realized that when I shared identity principles and value principles with them, they were able to implement the strategies quicker, sooner, faster. So, you working from a premium space and offering premium clients and services is going to be based on you embodying an identity that matches. If you're looking for support in that area, you're ready to really work on that identity shifting. I'll leave those links in the comment to the two bodies of work that I have that are centered around identity. One is centered around only identity, and the other is centered around identity coupled with business strategy. Listen, it is very possible for you to work with people who are ahead of you. And I want you to embody that. I'll see you on day 2.